arrested for allegedly running an illegal gambling ring. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. This is a summary of it.
Alvin, former NBA star Gilbert Arenas has been arrested and is now facing federal charges for allegedly running an illegal gambling ring out of his San Fernando Valley home.
Arenas, along with several others, were arrested today. One of them, a suspected high-level member of an Israeli organized crime group. Arenas has already made his first court appearance, facing a judge this afternoon in downtown L.A. KTLA's Mary Beth McDade live in Encino with more. Mary Beth.
Yeah, and Mike and Sherry, as the hours wear on, I'm getting to read these court documents a little bit further. And so it appears that the illegal gaming up here at this Encino mansion began back in September 2021 and then came to a screeching halt the night of July 19th, 2022. That's when the feds raided this Encino mansion. And at the time, there were 26 high-stakes poker players inside, as well as a lot of staff that were made up of young women, chefs, valets, and security guards.
You're asking me, I'm telling you.
Former NBA All-Star turned podcaster Gilbert Arenas was allegedly running illegal high-stakes poker games out of his Encino mansion. Arenas, who the feds dubbed Agent Zero, and 7 others, including a suspected Israeli international crime boss and a West Hollywood lawyer, have been charged in a federal indictment. The former Washington Wizards player is accused of renting out his Encino mansion on Gable Drive for the illegal games, which were allegedly hosted by his co-conspirators. According to court documents, Arenas texted one of his co-conspirators this picture of a poker table in connection to the games, which allegedly took place from September 2021 to July 2022. A neighbor recalls seeing unusual activity and scantily clad women during that time frame.
Well, just mostly people coming out at all hours of the night.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Found her. Found the person that told. Found her. Found the person that told. When you live in an environment where people care about the property value and the property taxes, they are not having that ghetto nonsense coming on and playing on inside of their crib. Found her. That's it. That's the person that told right now. The person that's saying, oh, man, I didn't know the news crew was going to be here, is the person that's interviewing with the news crew. That's the person that's the person that said it. She called the police. There's some scantily clad women that I don't know if they're running a brothel in that place or what. That's it. That's the person. That's it right there. I don't know, because I didn't know that we had Airbnbs available in this neighborhood. I thought that was outlawed per the city code violation 8216573. If we can get somebody up there, you might want to just bring SWAT and just arrest everybody, because it might be some really dubious characters running inside of here. That's it. That's the person that said it. That's it. She's it. That's it. Been in the neighborhood a long time, didn't expect for any basketball players to move in. That's the person that told on Gilbert Arenas. But I'm going to give you all a little bit more insight of what I believe this really is.
Usually I'd see women, coming out. Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 in the morning and taking off with whomever in a car down the street.
The alleged Israeli crime boss, Yevgeny Gershman, is accused of hiring young women who, in exchange for tips, served drinks, provided massages, and offered companionship to the poker players. The women were charged a tax, a percentage of their earnings from working the games.
The more people you have who are willing to engage in stuff that's illegal or high risk puts us all in certain situations that we don't want to be in.
Arenas and several of his co-defendants have been charged with 1 count of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business and 1 count of operating an illegal gambling business. Arenas was also charged with 1 count of making false statements to federal investigators. Yeah, he apparently told investigators that he didn't know what was going on up here at his Encino mansion. And we have learned that the mansion was sold a few years ago and now operates as a drug and alcohol rehab facility. For now, reporting live here in Encino, Mary Beth McDade, send it back to you guys.
So this is what I believe was truly happening. And then we're going to get over into Gilbert Arenas' reaction to the whole thing, because apparently he got bonded out of jail and so he's out, right? So I believe that this was nothing more than a very, very, very high stakes home game that they decided that, listen, if we gonna be here, or you gonna bring your friends here, oh man, you bringing this guy here or whatever, so on and so forth. Yo, we need to have some women in here. The women can, in order for them to want to do their thing, that they gonna have to be tipped out right. We gonna rent it out. We gonna play it differently, and so on and so forth. And so I believe that this was a high stakes home game. Doesn't look like it's an illegal gambling operation, because that is what the headlines are going to say. They're going to say that it was, oh my God, he had the Israeli guy. He probably didn't even know half of the people that was in there. Oh, you got money? Oh, you running it up? You vouch for this dude? Okay, cool. Of course, they're going to have armed security in there, because you got millions upon millions upon millions of dollars worth of people that are in the room. And so they're going to have security in order for people to feel comfortable. Why? Because when people get word of a high stakes game, because word travels around, there's always going to be the jack boys that hear the same word. I'm telling you, there always is going to be jack boys who have that same ear, because it's not going to skip over them and go to the next one. The jack boys, the thing that gets robbed the most a lot of times is regular home games that they can predict when they are going to come. So you had the home games, you had the different people that was there, you had all of this stuff going on, you got women, you got drinks, you got money flowing and all of that. And so now all of a sudden it's an illegal home game, because the state wants all of the money. They want their cut, they want their taxes, they want all of that. And so because you're not operating an above board game, then they are going to make an example of you, and they are going to post you on a front in order to try to say, if y'all keep having these home games, and we going to raid them, and we going to throw y'all in jail, and y'all going to have to get lawyers. Do I think that anything is going to become of this? No. Do I think that he really did anything that was crazy? I don't. I believe that they was just operating very high-end home games. That's it. Honestly. Guys that got a lot of money that want to play poker, amongst other guys that's real cool and a safe environment, that got the women, and you can win a lot of money, and it's a competitive thing. That's what I believe that was really happening, honestly. But anyways, Gilbert Arenas was bonded out by his girl or wife, and this was him leaving the courthouse or leaving the jail.
Arenas.
You better not.
Can't hold me, baby. You can't hold me. Hello.
So he was just...
All right, so today we're recording a magic trick.
So basically, he didn't trip about it. I don't think anything is going to become of this. The only reason that we're talking about it is because he's a very, very, very big public figure. Now, the one thing that I will say is, if he was possibly working on any deal, because I know that he recently appeared on ESPN. He regularly makes appearances on different platforms. If he was willing to license out maybe like a Gilbert Arena or something like that to these other platforms, maybe those deals could possibly be in jeopardy or something like that. But Gil's Arena, he running up a bag. He got great sponsors. Again, I said that this is one of the benefits of creating your own, is that you don't have to worry as much about something happening to you, because your contract is laced with morality clauses that would then prevent you from being able to do whatever it is that you want to do. And so I think that he's going to be fine. I don't think that anything happens to Gil. Again, they put in these big charges, maybe so that they can nail down some of the other people that was a part of it. And then people was sitting there jumping on the bandwagon and saying, well, what about the Israeli guy that could be tied to the mob or some other junk like that? And man, stop it, bro. Stop it. It's a chill home game. Everybody was trying to, have fun and have a good time. And you always have a much better time when liquor and women is involved. All right. So that's the way I see it. Nothing major there. I think that he'll be fine.